Transhumanism and its impact. Man has always strived to explore, expand, and shape his own surroundings through brute force and intellect. Man's resource of intellect and time has always limited him to what he's able to accomplish. However, in the late 20th and 21st century has brought us the transhuman movement, whose goal is to solve these issues. What do transhumanists believe? Transhumanists believe that humanity is a result of unguided evolution over millions of years that began by happenstance and through no guided issue or help of its own has gotten us to where we are. The human consciousness is the experience that we have attained living in this world and the ability to reflect on those experiences and then reshape it. The goal of changing current human existence is to rid the world of the things that have held humanity back. What do transhumans want? Transhumanists want to create life that accelerates this evolution and extends life beyond the current status. The philosophies want to remove what we see as human limitations by a technological and scientific means. Bistrom simplifies it by saying transhumanists view human nature as a work in progress, a half-baked beginning that we can learn to remold in desirable ways. How do they want to do it? Well, transhumanists consider current human trends. They envision how it will advance into the future and how these advancements affect the existence of the future. They want to eliminate involuntary suffering, such as sickness and fatal injury. The attainment of technological immortality. They want to live forever through use of technological means. Advanced of prosthetic technology, acceleration of human evolution. This means that by adding to the already current form of the human through prosthetics, or accelerate the human evolution by way of cloning or pharmaceutical means, we could attain what they want. Are there issues in transhumanism? What does it really mean to be human? Are there going to be issues of equality and access to these technologies? Economic speculation of who will be able to enjoy these advancements. The post-human singularity is the end point and the end result. Is it a good thing or is it a bad thing? And then whole mind uploading, where we abandon the evolution that has taken place and move on to a newer form. We'll be discussing this in later slides. Transhumanists believe that with the removal of these, disease where people will find themselves in situations that they don't have the technology for healthcare, hunger, arid lands, ecological disasters, war. War necessarily doesn't mean conflict of political sort. This might mean just that they need to get away from lands or they don't have resources, so they want to take those resources from other people, and so there's a discrepancy. And then, of course, the natural aging or death that happens. They want humans to achieve unity and peace. What is the goal of transhumanism? Transhumanism is simply the combination of beliefs and practices to attain their ultimate goal of post-humanity. Now, to put that into layman's term, you follow a religion, you join a congregation to become a saint. When it comes to transhumanism, you follow the philosophy and all of the beliefs, and you grow into what's called a post-human. A post-human surpassed humanity and have a higher intellect. Comparatively, you would have far greater wisdom as well as intelligence than any other genius who's ever lived in our time and past time. Another path and another belief is that by stopping just simply the aging process, you can become a post-human. Uh, those memories that you have, staying healthy, staying active, a sharper mind gets you to that point. The goal of transhumanism is ever changing. Post-humans may shirk this form and become synthetic. They could have uploaded their psyche into a giant hive mind, or they can simply be someone who has accumulated small augmentations of where we are weak, and those augmentations become building blocks and interconnect those things that we are strong with. Who will be able to do this? You always have to look at the socioeconomic repercussions when it comes to any type of advancements. An example would be a tractor. When you look at a tractor, you think, okay, farmers could use tractors to feed everyone. Unfortunately, when the tractor first came out, only the richer, more stable farms could afford a tractor, in which case they were able to produce more. The poorer farmers who could not afford the advanced technology generally went out of business. This could be a simple case where the rich become richer and live longer, and the poor get poorer and die. Technological adoption. Incremental advances help to achieve this end. That we mean that by slowly integrating technology into a person's day-to-day life, you can achieve acceptance. As widespread use of this new technology happens, then we start getting into consumerism, where things become smaller, cheaper, and more powerful. As that happens, technology, as that power grows, we can compare that to yesteryear, where today's gaming PC is actually dwarfing the power of cutting-edge products that only a few years ago were the biggest, brightest, and best. Will we live? Transhumanists want a utopian atmosphere. For that type of atmosphere, we have to look at how everything is going to be organized. Perhaps we won't all be able to merge into a giant megalopolis. Perhaps we'll divide and become people who couldn't afford many of the adopted tech to extend their lives, so they're in more traditional communes. Perhaps those who have achieved a high level of intellect will want to separate themselves. Well, in the end, we have to let the post-humans decide on what type of society will work best for them. What about VR? Well, VR is a simulated reality where every sensation is given as though you're actually there. This is where speech can be adjusted, where you can interact with anyone with real-time translations. Cities can be modeled after its physical counterparts or documented counterparts, such as a world that's based off of Atlantis. They could be artificial worlds where they're based off of a cartoon or just via the creative mind. They could have no physical counterpart whatsoever. To transition to this, people have invented what's called augmented reality. And this could be either a device you wear or glasses that you put on, which overlays simulated reality over what you see. This could help, let's say, if you go to the market, you pick up a product, it could give you a price, the nutritional value, expiration dates, and so forth, without you having to read a physical tag. How fast will this take? The moment when technological change becomes so rapid and profound, it represents a rupture in the fabric of human history. It means that when you are upgraded to your post-human body and you receive your augmentations, before long you will look over and further enhanced, more powerful, smaller, more streamlined technology will have already be invented. What is the likely cause of this singularity is a self-sustaining intelligence that becomes self-enhancing. That means that when that intelligence realizes that it can do a better job at enhancing itself than it was enhanced, it will do so. And in doing so, we will have new products that will think that they could enhance themselves better, and exponentially it will just shoot up and grow. As this is happening, rapid acceptance of this technology, applications of this technology, and it would create even more enhanced technology. Now, this is associated with what's called the positive feedback, where actually task a system to create a more efficient system, and in so doing, it surpasses the original designers. Are we there yet? The theory of the singularity is in progress. Everyone is literally being drawn into it. Elon Musk, in an interview, said we are already cyborgs. The phone is already an extension of yourself. We are already merging with technology and becoming dependent upon smartphones, computer, and the internet. The world is being more and more drawn into this artificial construct, and we live less and less in our biological world. When asked if we are to merge with technology or is it our inevitable replacement, Musk replied, the merge scenario with AI is one that seems like the probably best. If you can't beat it, join it. What awaits in our future? Transhumanists believe that the future of our world is interconnected without sickness and without death. Human nature is to put a value on things that are unique, rare, and some cases having a limited lifespan. The idea that man will continue to want to expand and grow, and after a given unlimited time to do so, seems pretty laughable. If you had the opportunity to go to Mars, right now, everyone would do that. However, if I knew I would have 1,000 years to go to Mars, would I do that? If you had unlimited time to do anything, what's the rush? Transhumanists believe that in the future we will have a golden age where everybody would want to learn everything. But if you were to tell philosophers and scientists in the 1400s that you were to collect all of the knowledge of man and put it in a device and distribute it to the masses, they would have thought it would be a golden age. Has it become a golden age? Because everyone has a cell phone. They can look up anything they want. I truly believe that what we're seeing is that if we were able to live forever, if we were able to wirelessly communicate with each other without speaking, if we were to upload our minds into a giant cloud with a virtual realm with everything, someone would probably get the ability to broadcast into the mind of every living person. And at that time, we will celebrate the widest dispersion of a beer commercial ever. If we try to change human nature, we may end up removing it